Find out why we chose the Osprey Atmos and Aura 50-liter backpacks and why they might be a good choice for you. First of all, we think backpacks should fall into the buy it once category. We unfortunately did not listen to our own advice when we were first starting out backpacking. We went with the High Sierra backpack and the price point was really good. Unfortunately, once it was all loaded up with all of my gear, it really hurt my shoulders. This is a really good point of going and get fitted for your backpack. What does it mean to be fitted? You want to go to an outfitter, like say REI, which is what we did, and they have templates that they put on your body. It is basically the back piece and the waist piece, and that measures from your neck to the top of your hip bones, and it'll tell you the size of bag that you would actually fit your body the best. The other part of being fitted, they had these pillows and they're weighted like 10, 15, 10 pounds. You put those weights in and then you walk around the store. Make sure that you try a couple different bags out because you never know, they all fit differently. One of our main criteria when buying expensive outdoor gear is knowing that the company stands behind their product. And Osprey is one of those companies that has an awesome warranty process. They call it the Almighty Guarantee. If there is a problem with your bag, if it's defective or there's a rip, you send it to them. That's the only part that you have to pay for, is shipping it to them, and they will either fix it or they will send you a new one. Let's go over these bags. This is Greg's version. It is orange. He got this in actually 2016, so unfortunately this color is no longer available. It is the 50 liter. They have a 65 liter. They have two sizes. It's a small, medium, and extra large and large. But the main reason we got this was because of the anti-gravity. This is featured on this. It's this trampoline-like mesh on here. This nice thing about this is you can get some airflow, so you're not going to be all hot and sweaty. You're going to be able to get some breeze back in there. The load range for this is 25 to 30 pounds. Nice thing about the anti-gravity, it helps hold the weight that you're carrying around you more on your hips. The Aura backpack, it's the 50 liter, is the one I went with. It's exactly like this, but this is the female version. It is shaped a little bit differently to fit the body. It also has anti-gravity, which when I tried on a bunch of different backpacks that I liked. Once I put this one on, I really liked it. It just fit really well. But on that note, we had a family member try this one on and they absolutely loved it. It does not have the anti-gravity. So you really need to go try the bags on. These bags have two primary uses. When we originally bought these bags, we were going to be traveling abroad and we knew we needed something to carry all of our stuff in. And we were going to be doing lots of walking and we needed something that wasn't going to kill our backs. Backpacks aren't the best things to carry on an airplane when they have all these straps. Some solution that people have done is they've actually flipped their hip waist backwards and tie it all in, and that way it kind of gives a more flat option for going on the airplane. Unfortunately with the Osprey, you can't flip the hip waist back. What we ended up doing was getting the Airporter. It is a bag for your bag. It's got a full zipper so you can open it up and put your backpack in there. It's got a handle up on top, handle along the side as well, and it also has a strap to put on your shoulder. There are different companies that make bags for your bag. Duffels, REI makes one as well. Just make sure that you are getting the correct size. This is a medium. I'll show you how the bag goes in there. And even if my backpack was fully stuffed right now, it would fit because it's big. It's a big bag. Shove it in there, zip it in, and ready to go. The only downside of this is that they are heavy. If you don't have a place to store it, you're going to be carrying this around with you on your trip. Just so you're aware, there is hiking gear that cannot go in the cabin, hiking poles being one of them because they could be used as a weapon. That's where these come in handy if you have to check your bag. So were these good travel bags? Yes, they were. If you find yourself in the situation that we were in, airplane, train, bus, and then to your destination is a couple miles walking, these worked really well. I can't even imagine hauling a luggage suitcase a couple miles on uneven ground to get to our place we were staying. We found that the 50 liter was just big enough for all of our stuff. If you want a lot of souvenirs, maybe not. The durability of this has managed to stay in really good condition. It's been tossed on the concrete, chucked over a seat on the train. We haven't had any seams rip or buckles break, so we think that it would be a really good option for you if you plan on backpacking abroad. And of course, our second use of this bag is out on the trails. This has really worked well for backpacking trips. Let's go over the bag itself. Just keep in mind that there might be minor changes to newer versions. We've got our top lid, which we call the brain. It's actually detachable. It has 2 zippered pockets in there, so that's like a really good place to keep your, I don't know, maybe bathroom supplies if you need to get it to it quickly, because there really isn't there isn't any other small pockets. Once this is detached, if you don't want to use that, it does still have a cover, and this can be strapped down as well. We have this outer pocket. It actually is pretty stretchy. It can get some pretty good stuff in there. Maybe a good spot for wet stuff, or if you need to easily access something, it's a good spot for it. It's the largest of the outside pockets. I actually put my extra water shoes in there, so once I get to camp, I need to get my boots off. There's these side pockets that's for water bottles. There's, interesting enough, 2 options. You can do straight up and down, or, which I like to do, have it at an angle, so that when you have your bag on, you can easily reach back here and grab it. It's much easier to grab for me that way. Another good option is to put some of your longer items in there, tent poles, you know, hiking sticks. There's straps that can strap them down, and then they just sit in that outer pocket. The hip belt itself has 2 zippered pockets. It is tightened by a really thick strap itself. We've got a smaller one up on top. These pockets are pretty small. I keep my keys in there, maybe a granola bar. That's really about the size of them. They're pretty small. This is a really nice feature. It's the adjustable upper straps. There's a little spot here on both sides that you can put your fingers in, and there's a little clasp that you can push down, and that moves the straps themselves up or down. So you can get it right, the right fit that you need. This pack does have a spot for a water bladder. It actually has the opening right here for the hose. It does not come with it, but it can be added. And if you look inside, there's the spot where the actual bladder itself goes, and then the water comes out right here. The hose, not the water, the hose comes out right here. There is a second compartment down at the bottom that has the zipper. It's the only other one that has the zipper besides the brain. We use this actually for putting our sleeping bag in, but it can be used for whatever. This compartment actually is separate from the other portion, but there is a thin layer of material that can be detached and make this one huge compartment. There's a couple extra external straps that is convenient for hiking poles, and it has the 2 loops at the bottom. You can attach their longer things if you use it for hiking sticks. This also has an ice axe feature, which that's pretty neat. It actually has a little picture of an ice axe. You can attach it here, and then the bottom part goes here. And on the top of the bag, like most bags, they have your load lifter straps, so you can tighten everything down. Even though we love these bags, there are a few things to consider. They are not an ultralight bag. Greg's is almost, I think it's 4.5 pounds. Mine goes over just about 4 pounds. And of course, they're not cheap. But with their warranty, it does kind of make up for that, because basically it's a lifelong bag. If you're looking for a new bag, give these a try. You can find links in the description below. Check out this next video right up there. And if you want to learn more about us, check out exploretrekadventure.com, and we'll see you next time.